All right, it's day 5, and I still don't have the introduction done. Here we go. Okay. Part of writing the book this way, releasing it, actually getting the title out there, writing it and releasing it, is so that you can be part of it. I can share some of the stuff I'm writing along the way. You can give me your thoughts too. But I want to read something that I wrote for the introduction here today. And it's this: although my life hasn't been harmed at all by believing these insignificant myths, it made me start to think about the other things that I've accepted as truth, things that do greatly impact my life, and I believe them without knowing the facts. I started to think about a list of behaviors and beliefs that I just accepted because of environment, relationships, or teachings that I've had introduced to me over the years. And I started to ask myself, what am I believing because I was told to believe that? And what am I accepting in my life that I should be rejecting instead? I just wanted to focus on those 2 questions because as I wrote those, I really started thinking about that even more myself. Even though I've thought about that going into this book, it hit me kind of again in a new way, which is, what am I believing because I was told to believe that? And what am I accepting in my life that I should be rejecting instead? Just even throughout this process, those questions are real for me. What am I believing because I was told to believe that? One of the first things somebody told me when I started writing this book, or told them about the concept, that is, they just said, there's no way from a qualitative standpoint that you can put out a book worth reading. And that has lingered and stuck in the back of my head just a little bit, where I've found myself telling myself that sometimes, that is there any way that I can actually write a book worth reading in this short period of time in the way that I'm writing it? And so I need to not believe what I was told. I believe that I can. I think the quality can be there, but if you're looking for the most eloquently written, flawless book that sits on the shelf for years as a classic, I don't think that's the book I'm writing. At least that's not the book I'm trying to write. And then, what am I accepting in my life that I should be rejecting instead? This is a hard one to admit, but the fact that I didn't ever even read a book through high school at all, the fact that I didn't graduate from college, the fact that I still struggle with, is that a period that goes there, or is that comma? Do you capitalize his title here? Or all the grammar rules that I think are sort of basic for most people, I struggle with big time. And I've kind of accepted in my life in the past that if I didn't have the credentials that someone else had, or the background, the education, the qualifications that someone else has, I think I've accepted in that makes me less of something than others. And so just the validation of others in a system is something I need to constantly be rejecting in my life. I just wanted to share a little bit of this introduction, share a little bit of kind of the conversations that I'm hoping to start through it, that even though you hear the word brand in there, it's principles for building a life and a brand along the way. It's more, I think, a book about life and a little bit about branding, but it connects the two. And so there's conversations like this that really impact who we are as leaders, impact the organizations that we build, and ultimately the brand that is being defined by others. So